Hey YouTube family, welcome to another episode of 2A in LA. Before we get started, full disclosure, everything that I say in this episode, prior episodes, or future episodes are just my personal opinion. They should not be taken as law, they should not be taken as fact. Always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Alright, let's get it going. So in this episode, we talk about the Glock 27. Is it too big for something so small? Now, what I mean by that, and this is my Glock 27 right here. And before we even get going, look, nothing's in the magazine. The gun is free and clear. All right, safe. So, the Glock 27 is chambered in .40 caliber. Now, if you guys saw my gun collection video, my handgun collection video, you've seen this Glock 27 before, and you know I think it is super sexy. I mean, I really did my thing with this firearm, right? Just uber hot to death. All right? Now, this isn't so much about all the improvements that have been made to the gun and the upgrades. It's more about the gun itself. The Glock 27, so let me take a step back and tell you how this came to be. I was looking for, I think I've told you all many times, I've only been a gun owner and advocate for a little over a year now. And so early on, I was trying to determine what was going to be my everyday carry gun. I wanted an everyday carry gun that was compact and could be easily concealed and would be comfortable, but I wanted something that would pack a punch. And so in theory, I thought, well, hey, you know, this Glock 27 chambered in .40 caliber would be a great option. And so I set about trying to find one. You know, finding the gun you want is oftentimes more challenging than it has been in previous times with the pandemic and all the other crazy things that are going on right now. So I set about trying to find this gun. It took me much longer than I originally anticipated. And during that time, I picked up a couple of other firearms like the Glock 19 and like the Smith & Wesson Shield. But still with the idea that when I finally got this gun, it was going to be my everyday carry. And so it finally came, I made the additions to it, and it was finally came time to shoot rounds with it. And I've talked to you guys before, in another episode we talked about kind of things people should know about guns. I told you that, you know, all things being equal, that the shorter the barrel, the more the recoil, the longer the barrel, the less the recoil, right? And so when I got this gun, it's .40 caliber, so it's a significant caliber size. With this short barrel, this gun kicks. It really kicks. Now, if you are a very experienced shooter and you are used to shooting, you know, larger calibers, 40, 45 a lot. Although I have a 1911 45, I shoot it very well. But again, the 1911 is a big, heavy gun with a longer barrel, so it reduces the recoil. This is a polymer frame gun, and it's at a .40 caliber. And all that to say, it's a snappy gun. Not snappy, irritating like some people say 380s are. More snappy, like real kick to it. It feels like you're shooting a much more significant firearm. So much so that it's a little bit uncomfortable to shoot. You know, like I really don't like to shoot this gun without gloves because it's so snappy. And because it has so much kick. And because of that, I don't shoot it as accurately as I do my 1911 or any other 9mm that I have. It's not that I'm inaccurate. I'm probably still gonna put rounds on target most of the time, especially if I'm, 15 feet and in, or 20 feet and in, or something like that. But still, when you have an everyday carry, the only time this weapon should come out is if your life is being threatened. And if that's the case, you want to be as accurate with that weapon as possible. And I'm not. I'm not as accurate as I am with my other weapons with this Glock. I think it was a good, I think in theory, my thought process was good. That I wanted a more lethal round. I wanted something that would eliminate a threat. I wanted something that was small and compact and was easily concealable and would be comfortable to carry. And this gun has all those things, but once again, there's a difference between theory and reality. And the reality is, it's a tougher gun to shoot. I just need to practice with it more to increase my accuracy. I probably only got a couple hundred rounds through it, and part of it is it's not as enjoyable to shoot because of what we've talked about. And again, your everyday carry gun should be that gun that you can go shoot all day and you don't get tired of shooting. While it's not the same kick, don't get me wrong, but I've got a Desert Eagle 44 that some of you guys have seen in other videos, and it's a fun shooting gun, and I can shoot it for a while, but after a while, you want to stop. The same thing with my Smith & Wesson 500 revolver. You want to stop. You shoot a certain amount and the novelty ends, and then it's just like, man, this is a snappy, not fun gun that I'm not all that accurate with. And so, in my opinion, if you are an inexperienced shooter and you're thinking about, I'm going to get my first EDC, and why not get a little more firing power? Let's get the 27. It's 40 cal, it's compact, it's polymer, it's lightweight. I would say don't do it. Don't do it. Get a 26, get a Glock 19, something in 9mm. 9mm is particularly if you've got hollow point rounds, can be just as lethal to eliminate a threat as a larger caliber. And so I'm going to say it is a little too big for something so small. I'm not saying it's a gun that shouldn't be in your collection. I'm not saying it's a gun that is impossible to shoot accurately. I'm just saying if you're not a really experienced shooter and you're going to buy one gun and this is going to be your everyday carry, this is probably not the gun to get. Okay? All right, YouTube family. As always, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, comment. Go back and check out the other videos because there's a lot of great content in those as well. All right? Also, if you disagree with me, if you're rocking the Glock 27 as your EDC and you can put it on target without any issues or any problems or whatever, let me know that. All right? Take it easy and be good to one another.